Choice, Mr. Powers. Save the world or save your girlfriend.
Austin!
Felicity!
Don't worry about me, Austin! You gotta save the world!
I choose love, baby.
Wait a tick. Who are you? I'm you 10 minutes from now.
Damn it, you are handsome.
I was just thinking the same.
We are sexy. We are sexy bitches, yeah.
All right, this is goddamn ridiculous. Kill them both!
Nerf the Barb class.
Listen, pass Austin. Can you save the world while I go get the girl? Sure, Austin from 10 minutes from now.
Now we're gonna go buy a kit for $1,000. We're gonna cut this up later for a high roller. We're gonna spend $1,000. So if I was gonna spend $1,000, here is what I would buy. First of all, we need a Bardiche. Doesn't matter what we get since we're basically poor as fuck. So we're just gonna buy the cheapest Bardiche we can that has look at that 5% physical damage. Cheapest Bardiche. We don't care. Yeah, we're gonna get like a lace turn shoe. We're gonna look for 5. 4 is probably all we're gonna get. So we're gonna take the cheapest one at 4, 125. Let's add that to the list. We're gonna try to do a cap here, probably uncommon again with Agi. We wanna no leather caps with Agi. That's 2 decks blue, 80. Easy money. Some net negative pants. So we're getting loose trousers, rare. Okay. We'll take the cheapest ones because it doesn't matter. We're basically taking this for, whoops, let me scroll down on the chat real quick. Taking gray squirrels is disgusting. We're just, oh, it already got sold. So I got debated. Since that one got sold, even though I would take that, we're going to take this 150 max health. I'm getting debated. It got sold again. Cool. Well, we'll take one bigger. One bigger is fine for 150. We're going to get green. Uncommon because that's 5 HP and that's worth a lot. I'm just gonna try to get action speed on it because people will give this away for free. Look, 50 gold for a cheap ass action speed. I don't want to spend that much on this, so we're gonna stay uncommon for a $1,000 kit, and we're gonna spend 145 on a 1 Agi. Cheapest dog shit ring of finesse. Okay, 37 and 38. We don't care what's on it. We really don't care. If you could find one with like action speed and when you're being cheap, then do that. 37, 38 plus 37 plus 38. Okay, we've spent 880. What's up, Alphonse? We spent 880. I have $120 left to spend for my GG fucking broke boy kit. I don't think I could buy a Merc cape for that amount. I'd be over budget by like a little bit. Otherwise, I would buy a Merc cloak. Yeah, I'd be like 30 over. So instead, we're just going to get an adventure tunic with action speed for 110. That's the cheapest one. We're $10 under budget, dude. And look at my juicy stats. 5% action speed. I'm huge. $1,000 on a kit. That's what I would buy. Lace turn shoes with move speed. Any agility pants, preferably with max HP or action speed, but probably max HP. Any dog shit dexterity rings. An Agi on your... And we're chilling. A necklace, a piece with action speed. Giving it away. That's the build, boys. Anyway, Guts, to your question. Here's your question. The next build is going to be a $5,000 budget build. It'll be a little bit more hefty, but because I built this video before Grimmsmalls were out, just know that it's a little bit dated, but not that much. Replace your 2 double Agi rings with instead a double Grimmsmile ring with action speed to achieve a higher HP and almost the same build, and then switch your cape from a Merc cape, which gives dex, to an Agi cape, which gives you more move speed, and you should end up with roughly the same amount of move speed and way more HP and way more damage with your physical power bonus. I know I didn't do a good job of showing you the PDR on these builds, but the 2 first builds will be roughly 20 PDR, 20%. So it will be enough that you won't go negative when you rage. And that will fill out your whole budget. You can look for a better adventure tunic as well and drop the legendary monkey pendant for a cheaper epic monkey pendant. You will lose 1 dexterity, but you can get 6 max health for half the price, and then you can use that 400 extra gold to fund a bigger and better adventure epic tunic for a handful of things. We could probably spend the 800, right? And it would be okay. 3,400. Something that just is like the cheapest one we can buy. Probably is vigor. I think we want riveted, epic, agility. 800 for fucking 2. That's probably too much. Get 2 on a blue for half the amount of and a PDR. That's not a thing. We'll just call it 400. We got 1,000 left. That should bring me up to 15. So I just need max health on 2 Agi rings, which is probably going to be even more money than... And I probably only need rare. Yeah, for like 375. Max health bonus is usually cheaper. So that's 1 for 200. Almost 2 HP. Almost 2 HP for 100. So, and PDR. So we spent 211. Plus 211. We get another one. Then we close out the cape. It's the cheapest one. So we just get a Merc cloak. Ideally epic with some sort of max health. 300 for 3, which is cool. Plus 300. Now we have like... We just buy a Viking sword and we're under 5k. And I think we're fine. Armor pen for 100. Cool. And I think this will be comparable to my other kit. That is comparable to my other kit, and I'm under budget by like $200. So I could have bought a slightly better tunic, and I would have completed it out. I probably spent too much on this, but, you know. The third and final build will be a $10,000 build. Ideally, I think somewhere between 5 to 10 grand is the sweet spot for building kits. I think you'll get the most bang for your buck out of those if you're not trying to be a ultra bis Chad. So keep that in mind. But here's what I would spend on my $10,000 kit. Also, this kit does not include Grim Smile rings. I would probably be using Grim Smile rings on this kit, and I'll switch around some other stuff, which I will talk about at the end. Are any unique Bardishas for sale yet? No. Unlucky. So we want like a legend with AdWeb. I'm pretty sure 65, 10,000. I'm pretty sure that's literally the Bardish that I had yesterday that someone took from me. That one guy. 6% armor pen. Like 4 max health would be ideal, but I mean 65 and 2. It's got like bad stuff, but that's okay. Sort of bad stuff. So that's 1,000 out of the 10,000. Plop that bitch in. I need to lose trousers.
Trousers?
Trousers? And your dad's trousers? It's the best. Plus 850.
What up? You're just a lucky individual.
cool, aren't you?
And fucking lucky. The fucking Walmart guys are giving me dirty looks every time I go there.
Almost 1,200. We've spent 30.
No.
No, I'm not spending 10 grand of real life money, bro.
Yeah, Rob just got 10K to put in a game, yeah.
Well, I meant gold.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, play Habbo Hotel so you can farm underaged women. Nice. This is literally groomer central. Roger Levy Longtime. Okay, so what are we missing here? We need HP. For one that's got anything other than just Agi. I mean, we probably don't need to get legendary, so if we get two Agi padded here, it's probably okay. Yeah, like 2 Agi, 1 Dex, that's probably the best, right? And we're spending 850. That's cool. Good morning, Blades. Plus 850. We're gonna spend 10 grand right now, and then we're gonna get this back here. Now look, to combat this issue, I think we get Monkey Pendant with max HP. Monkey Pendant. Max health. 4 with Armor Pen's not bad. 4 with Armor Pen again, not bad. Go for Epic and look for max health one. That's like 6 roll. Yeah, like 6 right there is probably better than... Like, we'll look for all the 6s that are pretty cheap. 6 for the Tailor, probably. Is what kind of cobalt stuff you're looking for. Depends what kind of cobalt stuff you want to craft. 6 for Armor Pen here, guys, is probably what we're taking for 500. So, we can still afford to buy a lot. Stuff. Because we got 4 grand left. Which is, I'm not even going to spend the whole budget. I probably should have bought a better something else. I'm probably not even going to spend the whole budget. We'll see. Like, that's 1,200. If we could get one that had, like, max health action speed, that would be even better, but it's going to be, like, too much money, probably. So, we just want max health then. Just to top us up. That way we don't have to take a Vigor Cloak. We can just take this. So, I think we go 6 and 6, that's 1,200. So, 6. 6, that... adds 1,200 to the pile. We have 3 grand left, and we have literally 1 item to buy, which is kind of crazy. I didn't even remotely spend as much as I probably could have. Well, technically we have 2 items to buy if I count my Viking sword. So now we just have a little look at this. We're at 16, which is nice. 311, which is also nice. The HP is a little bit low, and we're not getting HP when we pull out our weapon because I didn't get one that had HP on it. I probably could have got a better Bardiche, but that's fine. So we want, like, actually probably something like this. I have it here, but we want like a
strength cape.
We just want max HP, physical damage, probably either. I want to say probably Dex. I want to say that maybe. What's my physical power bonus is probably up at 15. 20 would be nice too. We could go tattered as well. If we had like a tattered with like this is probably something I would buy, right? 4 strength. Tattered would give us 176 HP. It's got max health roll on it. Puts us up to 25%. This is still a little low, but that's okay. Although an Agi, we'll have a little. We have what 3 grand to spend, so we can spend a lot of money on a cloak if we want to. Let's look at an adventure cloak that's like legendary, and see what the prices are. 1,000 off rip, because it's so much move speed. I could have spent my money a little bit more generously, but. Okay, so let's look for a Merc Cloak because this is going to give us a huge dexterity boost here. Especially when we can get max health on it. Would be ideal. Like 3 for 750 is not bad. We might buy that. And then what's a tattered worth? Just to have a check. Legendary tattered is 1,000 as well. So yeah, I think we go like a Merc Cloak here. Legendary with max health. My action speed will be a little bit better. And I think this is like probably perfect. I think 3 is the max, right? You can roll on cloak now. 3 max health. Yeah, it must be 3. So yeah, we just buy that. 750. So I'm like $2,000 under budget technically. Well, I can still buy one more thing. We can buy a Viking sword. A legendary Viking sword.
Spend 2K on a
On
Viking
a
sword.
Viking sword.
Well, we can at least
Lantern too,
we can.
bro. You need a lantern.
We can. I could buy a lantern too, I suppose. 1,700 for a Viking sword with
1K
weapon.
sword, 1K fucking lantern.
37, I believe, is the max roll. So we just probably get one that has like any sort of buff duration, armor pen, max health is nice. Anything like that is cool. I mean, realistically, we're just going to take the first one that has like one positive roll, which is buff duration and a little bit of max health. So 588. Pure evil kit, actually kind of 588. We're at 1,500 left, and all we have to do is buy a lantern. Which, I mean, I would never even really buy a lantern. But we'll buy a lantern that just has additional weapon damage on it. There's ones. Can you roll more than one now? I wonder. I don't think you can. I think one additional is the only thing you can roll, right? It used to be up to 2, but I don't think you can roll more than 2. So we can just look for one that's got like a secondary roll that doesn't suck massive donkey balls.
Can you roll physical power on it too?
Probably, but we don't even really care about physical power, honestly. Like if I was gonna search, I was gonna search for like buff duration is what you want.
Yeah.
Like
You're
5
too?
Like here, boom, 250. So we didn't even spend the full. We were 1,000 under budget, and the kit is like really good, all things considered. 172 health is not bad. Ideally, I could probably got more health somewhere. 20% action speed is good. 311 is good, and that's 311 with my shirt on, right? Like that's with my heavy ass shirt. If I take my shirt off, dude, I'm getting 5 extra move speed.
Oh, I know what you
I have a
do,
big
dude.
lantern for
Find
you.
a bunch
500
of-
gold.
Buy a bunch of fucking friends, bro.
Yeah, that doesn't. I don't count that in the price. Even though you could get that, I don't count that in the price. The only thing that I could probably have done was maybe get better max health on my agility ring here. Maybe look for a helmet here that has like something else that isn't just agi. So, given that I'm already gonna spend the money, we'll have another look at a helmet, real quick, since I have so much extra, money to spend. We can look to see if there's one that has like max out. Like this one is good, but it's only one. So we're gonna go down to epic. Actually, let's check uniques, dude. Is there any unique helmets? No. So like, I'll sacrifice my 1 dexterity here, or my 1 dexterity for maybe something like strength or vigor. Like 2 agi, 2 strength, 1 vigor. 3,000 for this helmet. Yeah, magic res pots count a lot too. I'm just not gonna do it. So obviously we don't need all those. So we'll drop the vigor and we'll see what we get for 2 agi, 2 strength. Like 2 agi, 2 strength, 1 will is crazy. For 1,000, that's still under budget. Even if I buy another helmet, we're still under budget. We're just gonna call it 1,000 even though I spent less than that. And yeah, so since my action speed is already 20, we're more than happy to sacrifice 1 dex for essentially a little bit more health, right? 1 more health, but more physical power. I'm still at decent, and then I have a little bit more magic res. Ideally, I probably go for vigor there maybe, but it's fine. Either way, what can I say? I like the stock. Try different helm. Nah, different helm's not worth. I mean, like realistically here, you could go for like a Norman nasal for the drip and get like 2 decks on it, and you'd still be at like a decent action speed. But because we're already at 26, anything after 25 is worth so much, it's disgusting. But if you were to say get a Norman nasal with 2 agi, 2 decks, right? because the normal nasal is slower, I mean faster than this, you'd lose a little bit of action speed. I mean, magic rest, sorry. But then you'd swap like maybe one of your rings to like a dex ring instead. But I think this is a fair, normal, average $10,000 build. I mean, like, again, I didn't spend the full amount. I could have bought like a better weapon by like 1,000 gold, which probably would be where I would have put my money rather than buying another helmet. I would probably buy one of these with the same stats, 65 to 5% armor pen if I could, and then like just get a max health roll on it. Like I wouldn't even normally buy a lantern, which I spent $200 on either, or a legendary Viking sword. I wouldn't spend that money normally. I would just go do something else with the money. But given that the whole purpose of the video was to spend fucking 10 grand. Again, for the last kit, I would probably drop both the Agi rings, and I would take 2 Grimsmile rings with action speed rolls on them. And then you will lose upwards of like 6 move speed, but I would then spend the rest of my money not on that Viking sword or that lantern, and instead would buy the double move speed variation boots of like the higher tier boots. So epic adventure boots, and then I would also spend the remaining money on Agi dex rolls and everything instead of just Agi. So my padded tunic would have Agi dex if I could afford it, and then like my helmet would have Agi strength. My gloves would have Agi dex. So just keep that in mind. Because the Grim Smiles weren't out and I had already made this video, that's where it is. But Grim Smiles give you like 165 base HP if you equip 2 Grim Smiles with nothing else on, which should cover you for most of your HP needs. Plus, it gives you a little bit of extra physical power bonus. So Grim Smiles are best in slot. I will make another build video, with like what I deem to be the best kit, not like a budget, just like standard kit, but like the absolute best types of gear you can get once the final crafting pieces come out, which include Ruby Silver doublet, Tripelt doublet, Brave Hunter leggings, because I think there's a nice combo in there with a Viking helm that will really make Barb feel really good, but you'll have to pay for it. So keep that in mind. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, or you found it useful at all, please consider subscribing or joining the Discord or anything, becoming a member, all that. My videos usually don't get monetized because I make funny memes at the start, and it's hard for me to do entire sound recreation. And even when I do, sometimes I still get demonetized on videos. So thanks for all the support, and we'll see you on the next video. Stay tuned.